is October 1st. The wind is getting a little chillier, the leaves have begun to fall, but most importantly, it is spooky season and it is time to talk some horror movies all month long, just like last year. My favorite genre is the horror movie genre, and I love scary movies. I love it. I live for it. I'm going to direct a horror movie one day. It is my dream to do one. I love them, and so I want to talk about all types of them. I want to talk about my childhood favorites. I want to talk about new ones. I want to talk about midlife crisis movies that scared me half to death movies. So recommend any movie if you want, but I do have a lot to talk about this month. But let's go back to 1941 and talk about the original werewolf guy. The Wolfman stars Lon Chaney Jr. and is about Larry Talbot returns to his father's castle in Wales and meets a beautiful woman. On one fateful night, Talbot escapes her to a local carnival where they meet a mysterious gypsy fortune teller. And I'll be honest, after reading that synopsis, that was a really disappointing synopsis. Truly, guys, this is the very first Wolfman movie that we ever got. In 1941, this was like after Frankenstein, Dracula, and I'm pretty sure a few of their sequels, and so Universal was like, we need something fresh and new. We love Invisible Man. We love what we've done with all these characters, having sequels and introducing them in different type of movies. Let's give us, the audience, something new. The Wolfman. And you know what? This movie might not be everyone's favorite movie, because it definitely isn't mine. I mean, it's a 1941 movie, so let me just say this. It's gonna be cheesy, it's gonna look old, but hey, this movie created what werewolves that we think of today is thanks to this movie. My biggest praise toward this movie is the cinematography. Just looking at this movie, obviously in black and white, it is shot very, very well for a 1941 movie. Every type of frame or shot that is shot on this set that is completely just woods, dark shadows, and the fog on their feet, all of that stuff is perfect, creepy, feely moods. I love all of it. And seeing the Wolfman walk through the foggy woods, hunting his prey, even though it's cheesy and there's no extravagance of blood or any of that kind of stuff, for what it is, I appreciate it and I really enjoy those scenes, really. Besides that, there's not a whole lot I like about it, but again, those scenes are so important because the makeup effects, I mean, this stuff is historical. Making the fur, putting the skin on Lon Chaney Jr., having him walk, how he howls, how he moves, this stuff created werewolves, turning into a werewolf, the moon, the silver bullet, all this stuff in this movie explores those stuff and then expands on it to nowadays. When you think about werewolves, you think about American Werewolf in London, maybe even Twilight. Lon Chaney Jr. does play the Wolfman, and he does a very good job in this costume, in the makeup, when he's turning into the werewolf. It's very cool stuff. When he's attacked by the werewolf, I love that scene. It feels creepy, him getting bit by this like actual dog-looking werewolf, but then he turns into a man werewolf, which very different, but you forget all about it. But when he's not this werewolf, and we do meet these other characters, and it's kind of boring. Honestly, this is probably my least favorite classic Universal horror movie monster. From the ones I've seen, this is probably my least favorite so far because it's just boring. It's an hour and 10-minute movie, and when there's no werewolf, there's no creepy woods scene, when there's just a lot of talking and romance stuff, it's not as interesting to me, and we have a bunch of characters coming in and out that never feel very important at all. It's always just like, you were bit by a werewolf, you were healed, there are murders happening, it's a werewolf, and we think it's you. And by the end of the movie, if you've seen the movie, obviously the ending happens where we learn that killing this werewolf can turn you back into a human, and it causes some great special effects for its time that I love seeing. So for watching this movie tonight, yes, I got that creepy feel. It was great to watch, finally watch it, but I can say I appreciate what this movie did, but like I said, I just like the woods stuff. Seriously, I like the werewolf stuff. Everything else was kind of boring, very forgettable, but again, I respect this movie because if without this movie, we would not have werewolves like we know it today. I'm gonna give The Wolfman a C+. Some of you are probably saying, did you really just bag on an original classic horror movie? Yes, I did, but again, it's a 1941 movie. There are some cheesy elements, but I appreciate the movie for being a movie. I'm glad it happened so we can get many other werewolf movies. But that is only the first scary movie to talk about this month. I have a lot planned for the whole month. Like I said, recommend some. Seriously, I will try my best, but I do have a lot set schedule right now. But throw some out, and I'll try to maybe squeeze them in there. And you guys enjoyed this spooky video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.